What's good with it, people? What's good with it, huh? What's good with it, people? Let's talk. Let's talk. 38 spesh. Right. I fuck with it. Fuck with it. Guess what? Right? Let's talk about it. All fair in love and war. I said this in some of my earlier podcasts, right? Nothing is off limits in a fucking battle. Nothing. Everything is on the table. I don't give a flying fuck what it is. Everything is on the table. If me and you are going against each other and we are in a battle, sorry, everything is on the goddamn table. The 38 Spesh and Jim Jones, actually, the let's keep it 100 with you. I'm going to say this. It was fact. It wasn't like what he said. Nigga, Alpo is on YouTube saying that shit. Right? Alpo is on YouTube saying that shit. So I'm just saying, what the fuck? If the nigga's on YouTube saying it, then Joe Budden sit up here and says he's not interviewing 38. He don't want to. Fuck it. 38, keep doing your thing, bro. I support 38. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you this right now. Let me tell you this. I heard 38. He talked about the gatekeeping, right? Him being blackballed. Check this out. First of all, that aroma shit was weak as fuck. Everybody was weak on that fucking song. Okay? I'm just gonna keep it 100 with you. Everybody was weak. Ain't nothing. I don't know what the fuck Fat Joe was talking about. You heard me say this in an earlier, but I don't know what the fuck Fat Joe was talking about. Okay? The only reason why we fuck with Fat Joe is because of Big Pun. And when Big Pun died, niggas really was not fucking with Fat Joe. Now, New York niggas probably was fucking with Fat Joe. And whatever he did out in New York, that's fine. But niggas in the West Coast was not fucking or not listening to fucking Fat Joe. Okay? Now, Jadakiss, yes, Jadakiss gets the pass, right? Jadakiss was around in the goddamn 90s. But I'll be keeping 100 with you, right? When I break down Jadakiss, I always say this. Let's keep it 100 with you, right? Let's keep it 100, right? Let's keep it 100. When I go back, right? When I go back, almost to the 90s, right? Let's keep it 100 with you. Jadakiss had to wait a minute to put out his first solo album, right? You have to wait a minute. Now, I get the bad boy shit. I get it, right? But Jadakiss wasn't even the hottest nigga on his record label. In any record label that you think of, Rough Riders, Bad Boy, right? He wasn't. After Big died, Mace was the nigga, right? Just saying. Now, this is not Jadakiss or anything like this, but let's keep it 100 with you. Jada's moment in hip hop, right? And this is not Bad Boy, I'm talking after Bad Boy. Let's keep it 100 with you. We gonna make it. We gonna make it. Right? But I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. Just like everybody has said it, Jadakiss ain't really got no album. Jadakiss does have some songs, yes. But it go like this. Sometimes, as a fan of an artist, you can outgrow the artist. Because you got real shit that's going on in life. And niggas just start talking about some other shit. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you. Me personally, I outgrew Jadakiss songs. Not saying the nigga not dope. But to keep it 100 with you, there was niggas like Lupe Fiasco. Right? Lupe Fiasco. Niggas like Joe Buttons. Right? Royce the 5'9". Niggas that embody lyricism, not to knock Jadakiss, but I just feel like Jadakiss stayed in an easy lane for him. Top 5, I'm not gonna lie to you, was not a good album to me. Okay? So, as I look, and let's keep it 100 with you. Check this out real quick. Jim Jones. Jim Jones been talking about he been wanting smoke. Jim Jones been talking about he been wanting smoke. Now, my only thing with Jada, right, in the 38 spesh was I felt like as dope as Jada is, Jada didn't need a rollout with Fat Joe and DJ Khaled. Especially with the shit that DJ Khaled was doing. I felt hella, me watching that, I don't know about y'all, but me watching that, to see two niggas, right, and not even niggas, but to see Fat Joe and DJ Khaled acting the way they act, and Jadakiss, it just didn't feel good. So I feel 38 spesh on that. I feel him. Look, think about this. What can Jada really talk about? What can Fat Joe talk about? Now, I can give Jimmy a pat. Jimmy, hey, let's keep it honest with you. Jimmy been active. But what can Fat Joe and fucking Jada talk about if they put out an album? They not in the streets. Facts. Jada doing good. Fat Joe is doing good. So they're not in the streets. So we don't want to hear no street shit. Whatever street shit they talking about is way. Jadakiss and Fat Joe been rich a long fucking time. Okay? And this is what makes rap fucked up. Because you have rich niggas talking about shit that they not doing. Now some say, well, what about 38? Hey, look, to keep it 100 with you, .38 spesh music, right? One, I love 38. If you hear the production, 38, right? And whoever he does a song with or an album with, Production is going to be nice. Okay? Now, I'm not going to lie to you. One thing that I fuck with is that his 38 style, right, is more. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's old. It is old school. His beats, right? Some of the hooks. This shit kind of reminds you of some '90s shit. Just like one West Coast artist that's out right now. I feel like if you put this nigga in the '90s, his shit was still banging. That's Mozzie. Mozzie sound like a nigga from the '90s. That's why I fuck with Mozzie. Mozzie sound like a nigga from the '90s. He does not sound like a 2000, like right now nigga. He does not. If you really listen to fucking Mozzie, I know I'm going all over the place real quick, but if you really listen to Mozzie, Mozzie sound like a nigga from the '90s. His style is that from the '90s. So I fuck 38. You can put 38 in the '90s and it will still sound like that. Now that's just me, right? To keep it 100 with you though, look, I feel as a rapper, now this is just my opinion. I feel like as a rapper, once you done put out 5 albums, right? I feel like your message should change. Because you're not doing the shit no more that you were doing. Check. Another nigga that I love, right? And I'm probably going to get knocked for saying this, but Dark Love. Shout out to Dark Love. And the reason why I say that is because guess what? Nigga was locked up. Nigga he could talk about pain. I don't want to hear about the motherfucking cars. Talk about that goddamn pain. Talk about that goddamn pain. That's the difference between some fucking artists. See, they can't talk about pain. They can only talk about the bright lights. Right? Now, like I said, I don't know what the fuck Fat Joe's talking about. The one thing I do respect from Joe Budden though is even though he podcasting, Joe don't put out no motherfucking songs. These niggas is using their platforms, right? Niggas is using their platform for their songs. Now I get it. I don't have necessarily a problem with that, but this is what I take an issue with. If it ain't fucking hot, it ain't hot. That DJ Khaled shit was weak as fuck. Now, nigga, y'all can act like the shit is clean. This shit was weak as fuck. Now, like I said, let's get back to it. At the end of the fucking day, 38 had to do what the fuck he had to do. He had to do what he had to fucking do. Kick in the fucking door. Because let's keep it 100 with you. In 2 years, we ain't gonna be talking about this. Hell, in 6 months, we ain't gonna talk about this. 9 out of 10 in a month, we ain't gonna be talking about this. Right? Because music is fast. It's fast now. The internet has made it fast. We don't sit for 2 months with an album like we used to. We on to the next one. Jay-Z, we on to the next one. On to the next one. Okay? Look. Check this out. Why? Why? What happens? I know niggas get older, but it do seem like there's a lot of fucking gatekeeping, right? It's a lot of gatekeeping. Now, to keep it 100 with you, I came front. I get the Davies taking 38 off his album. I get it, right? I get it. I get that shit. His loyalty is with Jim Jones. But I don't have a problem with 38 talking about. I don't. If I was a rapper, right, which I'm not, but if I was a rapper, you have to understand that that's coming, right? You have to understand that's coming. Check this out. Y'all remember about a year ago? This is maybe 2 years ago, right? When the first time we heard Pusha T in the clips, right? Their first, just we heard a snippet of the song. Nigga said, I know where you're delicate. I know where you're delicate. And I always set back, right? And that was Pusha T, right? Let's keep it 100 with you. Everybody approach to a battle is different. He hit that nigga where he was delicate. That's what he did. He hit that nigga right where he was delicate. Because we all know. I'll fuck with you. I'm going to tell you this right now. There are certain people over the years that you just hear their name. We heard Jimmy name. Jimmy Jones. And we are gonna rise. So let's keep it 100 with you. We been heard about Jimmy. This is not our first time. Jimmy is not. Jim Jones may have. And of course, Jim was rapping in 2010. He had to, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't rapping back then, but we heard of Jim Jones. Okay? We did. We heard of Jim Jones. So, of course, you know, as time goes on, then you put a picture to the face, right? Jim Jones is a nigga that was, you know, even Cameron's first fucking CD, and he's rapping on Cameron's first CD, to keep it 100 with you. Jim Jones' Bob is on Cameron's first CD. So we know what Jimmy, any nigga that, if you have been listening to rap and you've been listening to Mason Cameron and you don't know who Jimmy is, too bad. Shout out to Jimmy. Jimmy done got better. I give credit where credit is motherfucking due. Jimmy done got better. Jim has a cold ass title to an album. I love, from the old school, we love titles. Titles is kind of what made you know what I'm saying, your album. Wasted Talent. Shout out to Jim. What I'm talking about here is the battle, right? Me personally, I fuck with Jimmy more than I fuck with even Jadakiss and Fat Joe. Cause even though Jada was there and Fat Joe was there, but like I said, as an artist, sometimes as a fan, my bad, as a fan, you can outgrow. I outgrew Jimmy. I mean, Jadakiss. Now, I'm not saying Jimmy is 150% the best lyricist in the world, no. But I respect Jimmy's fucking hustle. Jimmy Hustle was fucking, I respect Jimmy Hustle. But like I said, in a battle, nothing is off limits. And you have to expect that shit is coming. I know Jimmy had to expect that shit is coming. Now, whether if Jimmy want to go knock the nigga head off, I get it. I get it. But you have to at least expect it. That's what I'm saying. You gotta fucking expect it. When I'm disappointed in the fact that I expect more from Jada. Right? I expect more from Jada. Because of the fact that the reason why we fucked with Jada, because Jada felt like, yeah, the hood, like we fucked with Jada not because of the Biggie, no. Jada stands out. Jada stood out at a time because he was different in his voice, his ability. But I expect a little bit more album-wise and lyrically because you're not in the streets no more. So that's my shit. To keep it 100 with you, see the reason why Jimmy make street music, right? That's just what it is. Jimmy makes street music. Jada, when you're on All About the Benjamins, right? That's not a street music. Yeah, I could give you We Gon' Make It. Yeah. Anyway, 38. I fuck with 38. I fuck with 38. Didn't want this to be too long, but I fuck with 38. I fuck with 38, y'all. I fuck with the diss. The diss is cold. It's cold. I like it. I like it. My partner didn't, but as I keep listening to this motherfucker, yeah, I like it. I'm out.